Hi, I'm Rosy Edwards, and this is why I oppose opt-out organ donation despite the fact that I'll need a kidney in the future. Organ donation is such an emotive topic. Of course, we're all looking for something that's going to save lives and ease the suffering of those who are currently waiting for a transplant. And of course, organ failure is something that can affect any of us at any time. I've had 2 kidney transplants myself. I had one when I was a child that was donated by my mum very kindly, and I had another one just under 5 years ago. All donated organs have a shelf life. It's definite that I'll need another transplant within the next decade or so. The government is set to institute an opt-out organ donation system by 2020 in the UK. They're set to make it law. It means that the majority of UK adults will be presumed to be consenting donors. There is an argument that it will save the lives of people who are currently dying on the waiting list. It will ease the suffering of people who are on the list, often for years, and it's incredibly physically and emotionally grueling to wait. And it offers them hope in what can otherwise be an incredibly desperate situation. The opt-out system can potentially reduce the stress and trauma of asking relatives whether they want to donate their loved ones' organs, and that's a real argument in favour of an opt-out system. My concern is that our beloved yet beleaguered NHS cannot support the type of infrastructure needed in order to facilitate more transplants. Wales has recently introduced a soft opt-out system, and there's yet to be any particularly viable evidence that it has increased transplant rates. 1 in 20 people, when the opt-out system came in, excluded themselves, which actually reduces the pool of potential donors. At the moment, we are all potential donors. You can opt out already by telling your friends and family that you don't wish to donate. When you die, as long as they pass on that information, then that's it. Our bodies are sovereign. We have autonomy over our bodies in life, and I believe that we should have autonomy over our bodies in death, and I don't believe the government should be able to legislate as to what happens to our organs. It's maybe quite a controversial point of view, and it may be quite an unpopular one, but there is no silver bullet to solve the lack of organs, the lack of organ transplants that take place in the UK. It's so difficult to talk about death, and it's such a hard conversation to have, especially with your relatives. You don't want to think about these things. But I think it's so important to increase the discourse around transplantation, around what we want in the event of our deaths, to share our wishes, and I think this can have a really much more inclusive and much more positive impact on organ donation.